My friends, welcome to another episode of the Nuclear Heatwave Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by Mafia Sports Report. I, as always, am Dr. Love, and of course, we've got,
I'm here.
Look at that, baby. What's up, buddy? So we
got, for some reason, the Paris feed, the Paris France feed is, I don't know why I can't show my face. I don't know why.
Yeah, obviously already had those problems earlier this year, at Backlash. It was in Lyon, France. So obviously trying to cover anything about the Olympics. They caught on to him. They got him. So hopefully we can hear him, and he's right there. He's right there.
You go on Pirate Bay one time in Paris, and then all of a sudden they just cut your camera off.
They just dunzo. And then, of course, we got this guy, right here. But he's doing his best John Cena impersonation, but he should be here shortly. Or not at all. We don't know. We'll just play it by ear. But, of course, we've got some wrestling news to give you. And that wrestling news, of course, is SummerSlam. And, again, I'm going to say this again. I wish it was in Detroit again. But, Cleveland, whatever. I guess Ohio. Got to give them something. But
I really wanted to go, but outside circumstances going on, wasn't able to. But my plan was originally to go. I mean, Cleveland's only about 2.5 hour drive.
Oh gosh, right here. So CBM, sounds like he does camera work. Or when Bucky Beaver missed Edge's return. Yeah, tell me about it. Or about another bad one. Was AJ Styles' debut at the Royal Rumble. They cut to Roman Reigns in the ring and missed him coming out to do his thing. Oh, so stupid. Nothing beats though. Nothing beats camera work wise. Ross, and that great indie MCWA back in the day. That's some good stuff right there. That was some good classic stuff. Those guys were great. So. So it looks like CBM saying, it looks like I'm saying blurry. Well, I mean, I double, triple check my stuff every time, and I'm looking good on my resolution. So my camera it's pretty looking good, and we got a camera. I mean, we got a light here. I'm looking I don't know.
Well, Doc, what if you did click on your thing? What if you did 720p? Maybe the 1080p is what's causing it.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump. Here we go. I'm going to jump down to 7. So now according to this, we're at 720. So comparable. I don't know. We'll see what's happening.
Listen, we'll do it live.
We're going to figure it out. But
Doc,
that's how we work. That's how we roll.
So Doc, how are we feeling about this year's SummerSlam? How are we feeling about this card?
Pretty good. This card looks great, actually. I mean, this card actually has matches on it. They're title matches. Well, unfortunately, both tag team titles are not on the card. So that's another bummer. But you
separate the titles, and then neither one shows up. Wow.
I know, right? But it is what it is. So, but we do have a pretty good card, and what I like about it is pretty much every match on this card has gotten some great build-up for it in the storyline. So that's what we're here to kind of talk to you about. And, let's just get right into it because, this one right here has got one of the best build-ups, I think. And it's got to be the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match.
Oh, yeah, this is we're talking, 9 months in the making at this point?
Yep. You take a devastating injury, CM Punk's injury at the Royal Rumble, and you build on this. Instead of just having him home rehabbing, you literally turn it into a storyline. Drew McIntyre did that to him. So let's do it. And wait a minute, what does this say? Did Sauce just say men at work? It would be hard for Canyon and Mark Starr to make SummerSlam this year. Well, yeah, I would say that'd be pretty difficult. Yeah, well, you know what? Death was part of the that great indie back in the day, MCWA. So maybe. No, I don't think so. But so yeah, you take Drew McIntyre, the CM Punk doing all his stuff while he's rehabbing. It's some great stuff, and yes, CBM, Drew's mic work is some of the best I've heard in a while, and that's great because that was always kind of like not, I don't want to say a flaw. Well, he never had bad mic work, but he never needed to do good, like the crazy good mic work, in my opinion. He had the great work ethic. He carried the damn WWE like the babyface division during the pandemic. I mean, he really did. And he finally, it's like now you have a great feud here where you're like, who's the babyface and who's the heel? We don't even know at this point because of how much everyone likes Drew. They like him. They love CM Punk. And then you throw Seth Rollins in there, who has his own beef with both these guys, especially CM Punk. And then CBM had to ruin it by bringing up the Rising and TNA. Anybody want to see a terrible faction? TNA, the Rising with Drew, the Galloway, or Drew McIntyre. So, thanks, and now that's over. Good night, folks. No, just kidding. But yeah, this match was gonna be good. Seth Rollins came out on Raw, and of course, a ridiculous peacock outfit, like the zebra shoes and everything. But he did a great promo against both the guys. He basically said, like, I'm going to call it however I want. I don't know. If count out might be 10, might be 20, might be a million. Will it be disqualifications? Ref's discretion. Like, that's how you do it as a guest referee. Let them know ahead of time. Though I still believe this whole feud is really mimicking that Shawn Michaels, like Undertaker feud, and that it's really mimicking that a lot, in a good way.
Yeah,
in a good way.
So Doc, all I'm saying is, when Seth Rollins shows up, I literally want him to dress like this is Air Cleveland. I hope he comes out and dresses like the Cleveland Brown Elf.
The Cleveland Brown Elf.
Listen, if Seth Rollins comes out and dresses up like this, you got to put him in the Hall of Fame.
I know.
Just the same night.
Oh my gosh. Oh God. I agree. I do agree. I will say though, I am a little upset. I am upset because I really felt that Seth Rollins should have wore a Rocky Maivia type outfit at WrestleMania. I'm just saying it would have been great, but that's neither here nor there. Yes, that would be really funny there in Cleveland. No, he should wear one of those sheer tops, the black and white top that's like sheer, real sheer, like Billy wore, like it was Billy and Chuck phase, or not, or it was Mr. Ass phase or whatever.
I got another one for you while you're talking. So while I'm pulling this up, how we feeling about this match? Like, on the excitement level, how we feeling about this?
I mean, I'm at least an 8, close to a 9, just for the sheer storyline, the sheer, anticipation. Because right now, this is a match with no title on the line, but definitely title ramifications. Like they had a whole kind of story based up with CM Punk after Royal Rumble. They all got put to kibosh. So now, what Damian Priest would never be champion right now if CM Punk had not got injured. I mean, come on. Like, so think of it that way. It's like, one butterfly effect here. One happens in a whole cascade of different changes. But I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. A lot. Like you're going to see a lot of the antics of Seth Rollins. But CBM does have a good. Perhaps Myles Garrett will come out as the Brown Elf and clear house. You heard it here first.
Okay, Doc. I got one more.
Oh boy.
I promise I'm done. I'm done with this match.
Oh,
what if Seth Rollins show comes out like this? This is football.
Oh my. Oh my gosh! Please, and please. Is that the longest yard, by the way?
Yes,
it is. The longest. Who? Great Khali, Goldberg, Steve Austin,
and Kevin Nash.
And Kevin Nash. Like so many wrestlers in that movie. And Great Khali was in that before he was in WWE too. Like right before.
I'll never forget it. I was Thursday, Friday Night SmackDown, whatever. It was SmackDown. Match was over. You see this big behemoth come out. I said, "No way, that's the dude for the longest yard." And he was just like towering over Undertaker.
Hey, Chris called it here. CBM, New Spirit Squad. What did we talk about? What did we talk about the other day? So this guy who's not here yet, Sauce, and myself said, "Hey, wait a minute, are we going to start a new Spirit Squad?" Well, of course, Nikki. You know, I already had the blonde hair a couple times. Maybe I have to do it again, but
I mean, we've been discussing this as a potential Halloween costume.
yes, we have, and we'll see. So, oh my
Is
god,
either that or news team from Anchorman? We haven't decided yet.
Oh my god, how funny is that? That would be cool too. That'd be cool. But what about you, Sauce? What do you think about this match? Because
I'm excited. Mainly because, well, one, storytelling, is always a big deal in WWE. Well, we know one of these guys is an awesome worker. The other one is just good on the mic. And my excitement level, between a scale of 1 to 5, definitely a 4. And then as far as, Seth Rollins is going to find some way to get involved. And then prolong this story even further. Shoot, you can literally see 2 out of these 3 guys facing off at Mania.
Yep. Oh, yeah, for sure. And, as I said before, like that, the world title right now it's going to be really interesting, especially moving forward with going into like the Netflix era for Raw, because of some other reports supposedly coming out about the idea of what Netflix executives want for Raw.
Right.
So if you everyone remembered when SmackDown went to Fox, it was kind of like worst secret that Fox was very highly regarded, wanting Brock Lesnar to be the champion. They wanted Lesnar champion. They wanted on the show. I get it. He's a money guy, and his UFC time and his time in WWE. I get it. Apparently now they're saying that, well, Roman Reigns comes back, we want him on Raw on Netflix. So if that happens, they're like, well, guess who's going to be world champion now? Who's going to win that title? And that would really suck. That really would suck. Like, don't get me wrong, Roman coming back would be great, but he doesn't need a title. We've already proven that now, right? Like his essence and everything.
Yeah, don't John Cena this, man.
No.
That's what's going to end up happening if you put the belt on him. Like, having a title is cool and all, but when it's too attached to you, you turn to a John Cena, you turn to a Charlotte Flair, turn to a Brock Lesnar for like 3 years. Like, that's the last thing that Roman needs. Like, once you're over, you don't need the accessory to go with it.
Right.
You are the accessory.
That's true. That's true. So, in your opinion, who wins this match, though, Sauce? Honestly, that's the big one right there. That is the big one, because a lot of things could happen. Before you answer, I believe in Joe Hendry. By the way, I'm just saying. Hey, dang, let's go. He's going to count the 3 count very reluctantly. That's what's going to happen. You're going to see him do it, but he's not going to want to do it.
I'm going to say CM Punk wins only because it's not necessarily that CM Punk wins. It's that Drew McIntyre takes the pin while getting screwed again.
Again,
that's the way I look at this booking.
You know what? I'd buy that for $1 only because it would add on to this frustration and just continue on with that. Yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna say that CM Punk wins, and he again somehow it happens to where he again this reluctant pin, but he's gonna do the blowing kiss thing. He's gonna do it again, whether he does it to Seth, to Drew, to both. Something's happening. It's gonna be great. It's good. I'm all for it. Just hopefully, do not get hurt again. That's all I gotta say. Okay?
But what if he gets hurt again?
I know. Don't get hurt again. Please.
At that point, Phil just has to be a manager.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree 100% on that. So, oh man, how funny. But let's see. I'm trying to get here. All right, so phone's all blowing up here. Oh, there you go. That's good news. That's good. So, anyway, sorry about that, guys. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, we got Big O in the house. Let's go. Sauce is doing his best John Cena impersonation right now. You can't see him. Yeah. I mean, no, he's technically he's trying to do some coverage for the Paris Olympics, but he had some problems over there. So
yeah, I downloaded one too many videos on Pirate Bay. I was touring too much, so they cut off my camera.
So yep, we're gonna feed right into our feed here. So hopefully we get him back. We get him back for this weekend. So it's okay. Just we'll get you out of there. Don't worry. I'll send a Cessna in. Don't worry. We'll get you out of there like the Dark Knight. You know, the cable you out of it. Yeah, we'll figure it. And then of course, Big O. I believe in Joe Hendry. I love it. I know what? I think I might do that for my birthday. I get a nice blue silk shirt with a white jacket. I already dyed my hair blonde once. So I could do it again. So we shall see. We shall see. But moving on, we do have the another interesting match, but I think it has to happen at this point. So we have Sami Zayn again facing Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. Now this match, as of now, is just a regular match. But how they've been pushing Braun Breaker for the past few months and continuing to push him devastating matches, you know, beating, like, it makes no sense for him to not win. Like, it makes, right? It just, why would you, he has to win.
Oh, yeah.
He has to win.
Should have won the first time.
Yeah, he really should have, because people were really upset about the fact he won clean. I mean, Sammy's not going to win like cheating, but, you know, a roll-up with the tights could sometimes be considered like a heel move. Yeah, no, I look at like a desperation. You know, sometimes if it's booked that way, it works better. Like, for example, let's bring up one of the worst matches in the past couple years, and we brought it up so many times: Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Let's bring this match up.
2 years later.
Yes,
sucks.
2 years later. But if the ending of the match had been something of Liv Morgan doing a dirty roll up pin, pulling the tights, foot on the rope, something like that, it would have made the match better, because it would have made it believable that, you know, she got swindled because it was oh, that's the only way you could beat me, not a clean win over someone that clearly was a better wrestler.
Right.
That's their difference. And Sami Zayn's a great wrestler on his own, but like, it's Braun Breaker time now. You know, the only way I can see Braun Breaker not winning, now mind you, this is the only way, I don't believe this either, is that he won by like, no contest or something. Like he beat him so bad that he was not. Now I guess my question is this, Sauce.
Okay.
If he beat him so bad they couldn't continue, he doesn't win the title, right?
Right.
That's what I thought. So the only way it would make sense is that way. Is that he because then it would really just push so much that he doesn't even care the title, that title.
Right.
Like, could you imagine if he cut a promo and he does all this, he beats him so bad that and then the belt's in the ring and he steps on the belt saying that that's not what I want. I want you. And he points at like the screen and he wants the world champion. You know, I'm just trying to be like a devil's advocate, trying to figure out any way possible of him not winning the Intercontinental title. Because if it doesn't happen that way, then I don't know what they're thinking. But yeah, he should win. It should be a pretty good match. There's no stipulation on it, so it looks like it's just a regular kind of singles match. And I'm all for it. Did you notice, though, there's no SummerSlam Battle Royal? I wonder why.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot, man. You mean they didn't add the SummerSlam Battle Royal because they had to give LA Knight, deservingly so, something to do last year for SummerSlam? Interesting. Indeed. Indeed. But I think this match is going to be good, but we've seen it already. We've seen it, and I don't see it being any better necessarily than the one they just had match, but I don't know. So not really, but it could surprise us. I think. So, any other thoughts, like what you think about that match?
The only thought I have right now is I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes.
Because of him, I finally escaped Paris, and I'm back.
Oh, what's up? He's here. Holy crap.
Yeah,
my gosh.
Yeah, my MacBook is acting terrible, so here we are.
What's going on?
Okay, so as far as excitement, I don't know what your excitement. Well, I know what your excitement is. You're a big LA Knight fan.
L.A. Knight.
You're a big Sami Zayn. You're a big Sami Zayn fan.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn still probably had one of the best match, if not the best match, of 2014 against Nakamura.
Oh yeah, great match.
I know what your excitement level is.
Yep.
My excitement level, about a 3.
Oh, okay.
All right. 3.
All right. So that's actually that could bode well for the match itself, though, because they could do when you have low expectations, they might pull some shit out that might make you a bit like excited, a little bit more excited. But also, this card's kind of stacked anyway.
Yeah.
So it's when you
not only is it stacked, it's stacked by good booking and storytelling. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because normally in McMahon era, you get like 1-2 matches you really care about, and everything else is just like, okay, I just want to see this guy, I just want to see this one good wrestler wrestle in this match that I'm not going to care about 5 minutes from now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's, well, look, at least we have 7 matches, right? So that's good. That's good to see. I would like to see an 8th match. Well, that actually, we'll talk about this real brief just because it happened yesterday. So yesterday on Raw, we had the Chad Gable with the Creed brothers, which is so excited about that.
You called it.
Yep. Let's go. Diamond Mine forever. Diamonds in the rough. So, but I'll tell you right now, so the Wyatt 6 came out. So yeah, Loomis, Gacy, and Rowan came out unmasked and beat them to a pulp. And they looked good beating them up. Like, Loomis looked great. He was fast, moving fast. And this guy's older. He's like 45 years old or something.
Right.
It's gonna be good for him for this. Fans were into it. So right after, I'm like, cool. Trios match, SummerSlam. Those three. They announced it for Raw next week. What? Come on, man! Like you know we're gonna get something about the Wyatt 6 on Saturday, but
Triple H, what are you afraid of?
Come on!
What we got? 8 matches on the card?
Yeah. No. Well, right now we only have 7. There's only 7 right now.
This could have been the 8th match.
This could have been the 8th match.
Triple H, what are you afraid of?
And this is a quick match. You act like this is going to be some like huge barn burner.
This is like maybe an 8-minute match. Yeah, at the most.
And you know what? Cool. They could have made it even cooler. Because you have the 3 of them come out there, and then they're all protecting Gable, but then do whatever they need when they come out. Lights kind of go down. You see a little bit, and then all of a sudden you see like Julius Creed pulled out, and then you see him pull it like what's his name, Brutus Creed pulled out, and Gable's like, what? And next thing you know, they're all 3 of them are like surrounding him, and like that's all the match had to be. It would have just been some quick thing. I don't know. But they did look good in the match, and then their little debut thing, so that was cool. I do want to jump to the next one. So we're assuming Braun Breaker's winning.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He's going to destroy poor Sammy.
Destroy. So we're going to jump to one of the women's matches here, the less hyped match, I guess. Well, yeah. So you have Bayley versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. So remember, going back to King and Queen of the Ring, they made actually good stipulation. This finally, they win, you get a world title shot at SummerSlam, which again actually made you care about the King and Queen of the Ring,
right?
Which no one's cared about in how many years, Gosh, could you imagine if that was in place when like Xavier Woods was champion or King? Come on, like that would been.
That was Xavier Woods versus
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because Roman Reigns like stole his crown and stuff, remember?
It was already there.
Yeah. Like you kind of already had he went out there and had that promo. Yes, it was already you knew he wasn't gonna win, but come on. Whatever. Come on. Logan Paul gets the world title shot. Ah, come on. Give me a break. Anyways, I can't say too many things about Nia Jax because Sauce, that's his boo. That's
my boo.
That's Sauce's boo. But this match, what do you think? What do you think about this match? Like, honestly,
I'll be honest with you, it's more like a 3. I mean, Nia Jax, like, the only way that this match will get a 4 out of me if Nia Jax goes in and just destroys Bayley.
Ooh, okay.
It has to go in and basically almost a squash match.
But then you hear Tiffany Stratton's music because she's got the Money in the Bank, and she's been utilizing Nia Jax as like
leverage.
As leverage, it's kind of like the muscle for her, right? And obviously she's going to turn on her and use it. But I like that we were saying. So imagine like Brock Lesnar, Cena. Lesnar destroys Cena, like Nia Jax destroys Bayley. And then something.
Actually, this will be the 10th anniversary of Brock destroying poor Cena.
Oh my God, it is 10 years, and more of the greatest. While he still just looks great, you know.
Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm only 1 year older.
Correct. Yeah, there you go. And I'm letting my hair grow out, so there's one thing there too. So. Maybe you should let your hair grow out again.
No, listen, that was a phase. Listen, that was a phase of my life that we are not going to do again.
Okay.
That was the 10-month. That was a 10-month pain in the ass.
Okay.
Like the straw that broke the camel's back was I sat in the shower for like a half an hour washing my hair. Came out and just still flakes everywhere. I said, you know what? I'm done.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like we're cutting this down. So. We're cutting it down.
Yes, I became more aerodynamic as I left out the barbershop.
It's like, there we go. Speed. We're here for speed. So I like it. But as for this match, yeah, I mean, you could see it could be a regular kind of match where Bayley does her own things, all this stuff. But I honestly like that idea better. That if she let Nia have pretty much almost all of it, destroy her. But then just, again, something happens to where Nia Jax gets incapacitated or whatever, and then Tiffany Stratton takes it and wins the title. Like it would work for the character so much, and it doesn't, in a sense, make Bayley look worse losing, because if she lost it, just getting annihilated by Nia Jax, you know. And by the way, why has that not been like a saying for her? Annihilated. That could be a shirt
right there. Hit that bell.
Hit that bell. You know what? Remember that terrible shirt we were talking about? Yes, I'm off tangent here. The Nia Jax. I can't remember what it said. Something about like the real women fights with. I don't know. Something stupid. They made like a men's shirt up and we were making fun of it. It's like,
oh yeah, one time she was in a men's rumble.
Yeah, it's like annihilation, and then make Nia like highlighted.
Now I gotta look this up.
There's a shirt for you right there. Come on. Oh my God. My hands are like this. I don't even know what I'm doing with my hands. Yes. You get that reference here. We could be friends. Yeah, it was, oh God, such a stupid shirt. So stupid. But it's like terrible Nia Jax. I'm not like most.
No.
I'm not like most girls.
This is a shirt I want right here.
Hold on. Gosh.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to find this other terrible shirt while Doc is explaining, why he really does not care about this match.
Yeah, I mean, what we just kind of described, if that happened, that would work well. Give more time for some of these other matches, because I don't think Bayley and Nia Jax are going to really mesh well together. I really don't. I think that the whole thing with Tiffany Stratton coming in there, using the Money in the Bank, she could hold on to it for longer. She could, but strike while the iron's hot. Oh yeah, yep. There we go.
That's my show right there.
That is.
If I ever get married to my future bride, that's what I'm wearing.
Oh my gosh.
Even if my bride is Nia Jax, if it's some other woman, this is what I'll be wearing.
I love it.
And then one more.
Oh. Yep. Yes. This right here was actually sold on the WWE shop. So.
See, and this shirt was good with her moniker when they looked like a monster.
Yep.
Like a monster heel. This is when it was like pure gold, not when she became Nia Botch.
Nia Botch, yeah. Yeah. So my expectations are low on this match. It would be great to see Tiffany Stratton come in and utilize the Money in the Bank.
Not gonna lie, this mediocre run that Bailey's on, the title run, it definitely bums me out.
It does, because we were waiting for her to come back and win that title. And again, I think Bailey just always is going to have the Sting syndrome. The chase for the belt is better than the championship. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. It's just some wrestlers have it in the sense where they can be very charismatic. They can cut the promos, do the work, but when they have the championship, we'll talk more about it when we talk about his match. But Cody Rhodes obviously is getting people talking about the same thing. I don't think it's as bad as some people are saying, but it's definitely come up a little bit. Some people have, like, wrestling fans is similar like goldfish. They have the short memory spans. You gotta be doing all this stuff all the time. It's crazy. Oh, yep, we got Big O with his prediction. Nia beats Bailey, but Bailey injures one of Nia's legs. Then Tiffany time, baby. Tiffany time. Okay.
Tiffany, listen, Miss Tiffy. Listen, Miss Stratton. If you so as much lay a hand on my boo Nia Jax when she becomes champion, count your days.
Count your days.
Count your days.
Yep. You're gonna lay a hand on one of those hams? There we go. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
You gotta bring that bell closer.
Oh yeah, I don't.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, so that's a good prediction right there. So I'm predicting that.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, excuse me. Well, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for the bless. Thank you for the.
So, what's your level? You say your level of excitement is about what, a 2?
Yeah, 3. I'm about a 3. 3 or 4, only because of the Money in the Bank possibility jumping in. So Big O says that Nia beats Bailey, just outright beats Bailey. So I think it possibly could just be not a title change. It would just be
that kind of suck.
Yeah,
like then, but then there's no. That would be crazy. If you were to book 2 matches with no title change because the opponent basically could no longer compete.
Yeah,
because let's say if that happened to Braun versus Sammy,
then
this happens with Nia and Mustang, like two booked in the same night.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty wild.
Well, so here's the other problem too with this. We didn't is. Say if what a Big O said happens, Nia beats Bailey, then Tiffy comes in. That's exactly what happened last year at SummerSlam. Bianca won, and then Io Sky cashed in and beat Bianca for the title. It was the exact same thing that happened.
I just realized something. Bianca has lost the title 2 years in a row at SummerSlam.
Oh, wow.
Remember, she got squashed by Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, yeah.
She got squashed. And then last year, she basically was victim to the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yep.
2 title losses 2 years in a row.
And then not on the card this year. Not even on the card. So that's, I know, what can I say? They might add another match in before because you have SmackDown, but I don't know. Yeah, so I don't. Would they do the cash in 2 years in a row at SummerSlam? I don't know. But we shall see. When hopefully no one goes after Nia because Sauce is watching. Okay, watching.
Miss Stratton, you cash in on my boo. Count your days.
So let's move on to our. We'll go with the world title match now. We're going to go with Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I only care about this match for one reason, one person only. And we all do.
Yes.
The ring general.
Yes.
The man they used to call Walter.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who used to walk around like a crazy wrestler outfit on back in the Indies.
Oh my God.
The guy who has the worst splash dive, whatever the hell he's doing off the top rope.
That's why he doesn't do it anymore, too, by the way.
Thank God.
Thank God. He learned that, hey, you're not big anymore, so it doesn't really have the same effect.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just look like a box falling off the counter. That's about it.
You know what I hope he does in this match? I hope he rips whatever Damian Priest stupid singlets or tights off his chest.
His gimp tights.
Yeah, I know, right? Right. The bi Undertaker, or whatever, the bi taker. But yeah, just rip it and just chop and keep chopping them right there over. So I'm going to be the devil's advocate a little bit here and say that Damian Priest has had a pretty good run this world.
He's had a better run than Cody, I think.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, especially the quality of the matches he's had. There was a couple weird botches that happened in the one match, but those weren't his fault. The one where he didn't kick out, that was a bizarre thing. Him getting stuck in the ropes, that was just
a freak accident.
That was a freak ass. When they called that a botch, I'm like, how? It was loose. They knew it was loose, and they didn't fix it before. Like that. That's the whole thing there too.
Right.
But I think it could be a pretty good match. It's just now it's all about Gunther. Gunther winning the title. Oh man. It is. And what did they say months ago when they announced Bash in Berlin, which is the next show, by the way, in 2 weeks, 2 weeks after or whatever.
Right.
Gunther's either going to walk in as champion or he's going to win the title there. So come on, look at this. It's already set up perfect for it.
Mr. Priest, this is a match for the most part I don't care about because you're in it, but you got a good 4-month run. Will you ever see that title again? Talk to me in about 3 years.
Right. There you go.
Also, I was going to say that you're talking about Sting and Bayley as far as chasing the title.
Yep.
And Melissa Stellar runs. All I'm going to say is, if somebody like Liv Morgan can overcome that, there's hope for Bayley.
There is hope because Liv definitely was the epitome of that, and that was kind of at a time too where they were bouncing the women's titles, SmackDown and Raw, all over the place. Like, you remember that whole time when Charlotte was champion, she would refuse to lose on pay-per-view, but she would lose randomly on Raw. No, there was some good matches here and there. I remember some good matches, but then they gave Bayley the belt way too early. She was there a month, and then she was champion on Raw. She won.
That was a horrible booking.
It was stop doing this. Stop giving the title and then the SmackDown Women's title was just kind of get thrown. It didn't help matters that they had that Money in the Bank, and then with Carmella and what's his face, No Chin. I can't remember his name to save my life, but
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth. Thank you. See,
the first women Money in the Bank winner.
God, see, that's what I'm talking about. They had to redo the match on SmackDown because everyone hated it so much. That's how bad this is. And then they did the abomination of trading titles on the SmackDown and Raw because the champions traded shows. Oh, oof. So yeah, I'm glad we're not in that right now. It's gotten better. We've gotten champions that have held the titles for considerable times, memorable title reigns for the most part. It looks like we got D-Town guy in the house. What's up? What's up, fellas? Yeah. Hopefully, you're gonna be there at SummerSlam. My crew, my crib. Here we go. L.A. Knight. Yeah. There we go.
Or as I say, L.A. Knight. Hopefully.
Oh, there we go. I know, right? So, I think, I think Bayley. I think you're right when you're saying that. And then, but in general, in general. So, with the Damian Priest match, I don't see any other outcome. Now, it's a good question. How much how many of the Judgment Day are going to try to help us?
All of them.
All of them. Every single, like
Edge might show up.
Edge. Oh God.
That's what it's gonna take to stop Gunther.
Yeah, all I can see, I have to see this spot. JD McDonough come in the ring. I'm helping, guys. I'm helping. Slides in. Bam. Done. Knocked out. Like he'll flip over all around, like do one of those flips around. Gunther just looks at him like, "You would lose."
He's gonna look at him like, "Who let this child in the ring?"
I know. I thought he was a fan. I thought he was a fan. I don't know. He looks like a small child with a big head.
Yeah, like I'll be honest with you, if Priest was wrestling anybody else, I wouldn't pay attention to this match.
Yeah, and I think that was the whole point.
Was like, let's say it had Randy Orton won, it was Orton versus Priest at SummerSlam. I wouldn't even pay no attention to this match. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's a good way to put it for sure.
How many we got left?
So let's take a look here. Oh, so obviously Gunther, no Damian Priest winning the match.
Oh no.
Gunther is your new world champion.
There's two things is guaranteed in life. Dan Campbell's going to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah,
especially
Gunther, now with the kicking. Are you kidding me now? Especially with the kick. Oh God.
And Gunther is coming away with gold, baby.
There we go.
They didn't they invest all this into him this year, for him to lose IC title and become king of the ring and take him off TV to kind of like rebrand his character slightly.
Yeah.
For just going to lose. I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like the only way I can see Damian actually winning is if one of the Judgment Day members like DQs.
Yeah.
And then Gunther has to go to Berlin to go win the gold. That'll be like the only other way I can see Priest walking out with the belt.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. So we're gonna go with the Logan Paul LA Knight match for the United States Championship. And again,
the floor is yours on this one.
Well, yeah, we've talked about building matches and building storylines, and this one has done its job. They've done a great job building a storyline with a guy who's so part-time, but he's still doing the work of setting up the storylines in the vignettes. And we always have the going to someone's house, they're getting arrested storylines. Like, how many times do you see that? Like,
I'm telling y'all, the best going to somebody's house was still Edge and Lita smacking John Cena Sr. in the face. Also, Don't go Cena.
Yes. That was some.
That is still the best in your house segment.
Yeah, I get that reference. I get that.
That's still y'all can tell me a better one, and I'll tell you I'll tell you that's not true.
Yeah, this right now is gonna be a pretty good match, but there's a 0% possibility. I will say it right now.
Okay.
The LA Knight does not win this title. He has to win because it makes no sense. He's so over. And we're not asking him to win the world title. No, we're not doing that but he wins this title. Fans still love him, and he deserves all this with all this work. He's in his work ethic and everything. He deserves this title. Logan Paul's defended the title twice. Now, we've given him crap about it, but we also, with his matches, they're pretty good. And the fact that he's actually put the work in on the vignettes and the storyline for this is good, so I'm all for it.
And him, walking around with the championship title when he does promotions outside WWE.
Oh, yeah. And, you love him or hate him, but you can't deny the fact of his social media reach. And now we're in a social media world. So that reach does it very well for demographics, for views. And, and right now, especially with TKO owning it, that's a big thing. So, and then we got Big O here. Like to watch Logan Paul wrestle. Hate to hear him talk. Let's go LA Knight. Yeah. That's it.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So the match I'm hyped for, and he goes, and LA Knight walks away as your new United States champion. So, and And I can't see anybody else voting against it. I really can't, unless someone wants to be a wild card about it. But I can't see it. I can't see someone else doing it.
Yeah, Charlie Day is not here today.
Wild card, bitches, let's go. He's got right. He's right there. Hey, Charlie. So,
I just see the day, man. That's all I see.
oh, I know. Well, I also have the middle one, which is the director of the one. I know they need to make more of them. There's so many possibilities throughout the show, but so then we're gonna move on to the next match, which is, I guess, another hotly, saying definitely anticipated match, and that will be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
The love triangle that just so happens to involve a title on the line.
Yep, for the women's world title. And on Raw, they had the Judgment Day Clubhouse, as they called it, by the way, which I was like, you call it Clubhouse? It's so weird.
Just reminds me of the APA little clubhouse they used to have.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but theirs was funnier because you had like the door, and you gotta go through that's neither here nor there. But it was all trashed. There was like X's on Dom's face and little devil face on Rhea. And then they show Rhea Ripley burning all the stuff for Dom. And, she got the makeup that's all wrong. This has been great. This storyline has been fantastic, built up ever since WrestleMania, right after WrestleMania. And they've done a good job. And like you mentioned earlier, Liv Morgan kind of had her ups and her downs, especially with her early singles career. But now it's, this should be good. And there, obvious contention when people are looking at this is like, well, Rhea Ripley's winning, no question. No way. No. Now here's the thing: does Dom turn on Rhea?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I like that the fact that they, instead of waiting to SummerSlam to kind of have this like resolution with Rhea, he already did it like last week, right? Like he's already kind of did it. Now she's burning all the stuff. Now you're like, oh well, Dom's not gonna be with her. No, Dom's gonna be there and not help. Rhea might ask him for help for something or whatever, and then he just doesn't do it. Like I don't see him actually going against Rhea physically or doing anything like that. Just he won't help her. He won't listen to her. Because again, Dom's not the Dom in that relationship, if you know what I mean, bro. Guys, I'm just saying.
Hit that bell, yeah.
I'm just saying. But yeah, so Big O's got it right there. Crazy Liv is working right now. It's the best I've seen her. A lot of people would say the same thing.
Yeah, this is her best work.
Yep. And
since our Riot Squad.
Yep. Just make it believable about how the match ends. Like Liv Morgan's got a kind of cool, if she still utilizes that one move, like the flatliner off the ropes, where she kind of gets them off the rope and slams them down. That's actually a good way it would work is if Rhea was distracted by whatever with Dom not helping or something, and then Liv comes out like after a longer match, does that move out of nowhere to like beat her or something. Like that makes more sense storyline wise of how she could possibly beat her. With her, you look at Rhea, it's similar to like Shayna Baszler or Liv. Like that makes no sense to her physically. But this should be booked, and it probably will be booked much better than that match was. And yeah, Liv winning makes more sense. Rhea doesn't need the belt. She had the belt like a year, right? And she dominated. Who else was she going to fight? Like she wins the title, like who else was she going to fight? Like it doesn't make sense.
You said she dominated.
Let's go again. Why are these shirts not being made? That clearly is a shirt. You make Dom just purple and then like silver. Was the name. Oh my gosh, it's gold here, guys. Making better shirt ideas for you guys, but I'm just saying. I love it. It's all good. But so you used to say Liv wins.
Liv wins.
Retains the title. And Dom leaves with her by her side.
And let's just also say, too, Dom is giving us some of his best work, too. Like, at first, being the son of a legend, a lot of people was worried that he was basically going to be subjected to bad booking, trying to, live up to his dad's name.
Mm-hmm.
But he's, what makes him great is him just being a doofus.
Yep. It really is. And the fans... The nuclear heat that he's getting, it's great, and he's worked though. He's gotten pretty good in the ring, more fluid as opposed to kind of.
Imagine who his father is. You have no choice but to at least be decent in the ring.
True. That is true. So, I'm excited. This match I'm very hyped for. I know a lot more people are hyped for it.
You know what Doofus Dom reminds me of? Sami Zayn 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
Oh, you're talking about when he had the camera crew follow him and stuff? When he did the protester and everything? Yeah.
Just his antics, whatever, just over the top antics, is just basically making him a doofus heel. It was getting him over.
Oh, and the Johnny Knoxville
that
feud and stuff. Yep. That was great. And made one of the most unreal matches that I thought was going to be terrible at WrestleMania into a match that actually was entertaining. Still to this day, whoever thought a giant mousetrap in a match would actually be an entertaining match at WrestleMania or anywhere, to be fair.
Or we may actually legitimately body slamming Sami Zayn.
Oh my gosh, that's some funny stuff.
Pro wrestling, y'all.
That's why we love it, because anything could happen. Anything. Oh man, so we're both okay. We both say live. I'm fine with that. All right, so now we're moving on. We move on to the main event.
One more thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
If Morgan loses, it will be unbelievable.
Oh,
okay, now we can go
on. My gosh. Oh, that's a good one. That's another one you could make a shirt for. It would just guys, we're giving you gold. All right, so now we're on to the main events. For the second year in a row, we have a main event that the title's not changing hands.
But what if it does?
But what I'm telling you,
I really 90% of me wants it to happen.
So yeah, but Solo has lost so many matches, like it's insane. If you look at his win-loss thing, it's insane. Like
he's lost more matches probably this year than Roman has. Like more than Roman has defended his belt in the last 3 years of his reign,
at least. Yeah, so we're talking obviously about Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa, for the Universal World
versus the
Galaxy title
versus Solo and the Hawaii Boys.
Yep. Yeah. So the new bloodline, and this is going to be just a little bit just more of the same of what we're going to see before. It could be pretty good. That one trios match, a 6-man surprised us. But now you're doing one-on-one, no stipulations again. A lot of no stipulations on these matches, by the way, I've noticed. And, so there's going to be interference. There's going to be stuff like that. Here's the big thing. Now, you said, what if? What if Solo actually won? I still don't believe he'd win. I still think, Cody still overcomes the odds. He'll do crossroad after crossroad after crossroad to everyone involved, except for Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, I think, is he's going to come in there and destroy him. But Solo, going to say, I'm going to take over and get this. And then you hear Roman Reigns' music hit. Roman Reigns' music hits.
I think if they're smart, I'll hold Roman off to Survivor Series.
Well, especially
if Roman's music hitting. What if it's Brock Lesnar's music?
Oh my God!
Getting revenge on Paul Heyman. Even though him and Paul Heyman been have odds because of Roman, but deep down inside, Brock, still loves Paul, and and he figures if anybody was supposed to do that, it was supposed to be him.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, I that'd be cool too. That'd be cool. I've always liked Brock back when he first started, and obviously there were certain times he didn't really like him and whatnot, but that would be pretty cool.
I think the only time people hated Brock was his Universal title run.
Oh,
that was a 2-year run. That's really the only time people legitimately actually hated Brock.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Any other time he shows up, it's a car wreck you can't turn your eyes away from, and yeah.
And we got Big O here. Just think of the heat Solo gets if he wins and Roman doesn't show up. Yeah, he would overcome Dom Dom for most heat for sure on that. I just can't imagine him being champion. People would just hate it. Gosh, you're right. And I just think they would turn on it so bad. But you know what? Oh, God, no.
Then at that point, then one of the other bloodline members will have to get some tag team gold at least to make that stable. Even
Well, that needs to happen sooner than later at this point. If you want to get these guys over, obviously, wrestling fans know. Let's be blunt about this. Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, these guys are great wrestlers. New Japan, they did such a great time, great job over there. The Gorillas of Destiny, one of the Bullet Clubs. However, they're not utilizing them the same way here. Basically, they're just kind of like glorified in the background.
They're just basically henchmen.
Hey, I'm back here. And they're letting Jacob Fatu do all the work. Mm-hmm. Which, look, usually do have that. You have like the one big muscle and you have some other, but these guys aren't like, Damien 666 of the LWO. Or Rand or Cyclope or other people from LWO like that no one gave a crap about, but they needed to buff up the group, No. They need give those guys gold. Not Jacob Fatu doesn't need that gold. Give Tongalo and Tama Tonga the tag team titles. And if you wanted to, you could give Jacob he could totally destroy someone for the title. Not LA Knight. LA Knight, get away. Do not let him get near you.
Do not let him get near
you. Right. But definitely do that. Get some titles, tag team titles on them to get them. And it also elevates those titles. I mean, look what happened when the Usos won them, that elevated those titles and then they didn't lose them ever. So that took so long for them to even lose those titles.
Yeah.
But they're huge feuds with the New Day and everything else that elevated those title belts. So, and that's what needs to happen there. But as for this Solo, no, I still think Cody wins. It's like it's either Cody wins or it's just like a DQ BS finish. Perfect for Solo. Solo's in just so many. You can't run in on your own match. You know that, Solo, right? You can't do a run in on your own match. Sorry, you can't do.
Give him time. He'll figure it out.
But I just think that Roman does come back, or the music hits, and it ends with him at the top of the thing and said the tribal chief has returned, or you're not the tribal chief, I am, like just something like one kind of statement, and then it goes off there. Like, remember when actually what was it, like 3 years ago? God, maybe 4. When John Cena came back at that pay-per-view to set up the SummerSlam match with him and Roman. John Cena came back at the pay-per-view before that, right at the end of the show, and was like, everyone was like, "What the heck?" I can't remember the pay-per-view.
I couldn't remember.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that they did that, and everyone was freaking out. And they could do something like that, and they might. I mean, it's a big 4 show, putting a lot of money into it, a lot of publicity for it too. And here's what makes it even better. He does that. He doesn't even come back to SmackDown. Not right away. Like, they freak out. They're like, what's going on? Is he back? And then he's not back. And then they wait a couple more weeks or something. Then, like, Bash at Berlin, he, like, doesn't, maybe not does a thing there. It depends on what they want, how that book, that whole show, I guess. But, yeah, I think if they did something like that where he's not back, but he just kind of keeps taunting him, going back and forth about this. I don't know. So that's just, so I say Cody still wins. It'll be a screwy finish, DQ finish, where he retains the title. Since there's no stipulation, there's no like Samoan street fight, there's no, no holds barred. Well, again, we still haven't seen SmackDown, so if they added some stipulation, that might happen, but that we won't know that till Friday.
Right.
But I'd say we have a good show. I'm excited. I think it's I think we have a couple of matches that could steal the show for sure. For LA Knight and Logan Paul could steal the show. I think Logan Paul is going to introduce a new move, a new fanciful move type thing. Fanciful. Yeah, there we go. You're going to see something like that. Yep, and that's exactly what it was. Thank you, Big O. Yeah, Money in the Bank. When he came back, it was.
Yeah, the Summer of Cena.
Yep, that was absolutely it. And Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. But yeah, I think it's gonna be I think we're gonna have a good show here. We're gonna have a good one here. But all right, so that's our thoughts, predictions, and everything. And of course, we have our heat of the week, as we always like to do. I already briefly talked about mine, so I'll just continue on just about
Okay.
is the debut and the masking of the Wyatt Six, and also the funny promo because you had Bo Dallas, his Uncle Howie, doing another devastating Sister Abigail to Chad Gable. I mean, he sold it well. If you guys watched it, him going to Adam Pearson and saying, Uncle Howie's Bo Dallas? Like he's saying the same, and they're like, yeah. Because that's how they're treating the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying these guys are two separate people or whatever else. They're like, that is him. Like that's Dexter Loomis. That's Rowan. Like, who did you think they were? And so I like that, and I think that they're gonna look good. They looked good, and they're beating down those guys, the Creed brothers and them. So hopefully they keep pushing them in the right direction. So
my heat of the week, Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, okay, all right.
Once again, it's another week he wrestled, and he hasn't ended up paralyzed in a wheelchair. Shout out to you.
Yeah, I think at that point, even if he was paralyzed, they'd like duct tape him to a skateboard and then just roll a couple skateboards and they just roll him around. I mean,
he was still trying to wrestle if he was paralyzed.
So he's got Sabu syndrome. Like this guy with broken arm would just wrap it up with a crappy like barely there sling, and then just like I'll do flips off the ropes. Oh no. Plancha, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Oh God. Yeah, but that's in a nutshell. This guy, he had an emergency he had to take care of. So he'll be back. We'll be back next week, of course, talking about all of our reactions and everything about the show, and also giving you a preview of not necessarily a wrestling show, but of this guy's 40th birthday, and basically talking about it. As it's wrestling theme, because I mean, come on, we like our wrestling. I like it. So, but we're gonna head out of here for tonight. Thank you guys for the chats, of course, and everything like there. But and hopefully, with the Sauce's computer, that was it was confiscated, but they did give it back.
It's back in it's in Paris right now.
Yeah, it was confiscated, so hopefully he gets that sent back. They're going to put a bunch of French malware on it, so better make sure to check that out too. we got that malware on your computer.
We have a virus.
Please. Oh God, as long as you know what, it's better than having LiveWire, because like super aids from your computer.
Yeah,
downloading the song. You're like, do I risk it? Do I risk it?
All our computers in my school, they I can't even talk right now. A lot of my computers, I definitely risked it, and it did not work out for them.
Yep, that's so funny. But we're gonna head out of here, and again, thank you all for all the chats, and we're gonna check you. We're gonna check you next week. So, why don't you take us out, man?
Listen. Y'all enjoy this weekend. Enjoy some wrestling. And on that note, y'all be happy, be healthy, be safe, but most importantly, be good.